On mine, I don't know about that.
You want one?
Sure. Two. Thank you. Yep.
Sorry about that, I couldn't reach mine.
No, you're fine.
So
No worries. You're fine.
Thank you.
Yep.
But statistically, you can get physical, you can get all the way, whether or not. Woodrow Wilson was probably the only one that got down to 40%. Well, they didn't do those back then. Yes, they did. They did. I mean, because even Jimmy Carter had one time dropped down to 40%. Woodrow Wilson was. Yeah, they didn't. Oh, no, no, but they still get
No, he had 4.
Yep. All right. Great game. 37 minutes. They made enough plays, and we didn't make the ones you need to late in the game to win the game. And there's obviously 100 plays you could go over throughout the course of the game and say if we had just made this one or this one. But that's just how it goes.
All right, questions for players?
You guys had two stretches, 3 turnovers to start the second half, and then one right around the 4-minute mark where you had another 3. That was really seemed to be the kind of separator.
anything they did, anything you did in that stretch? Phil, you had a crier in and out too in that run too, where you just got it on the rim and it just seemed to kind of roll around and come out.
Yeah. I mean, that's how the game was going during that part. You know, they went on the run during that time, and we got to come out second half with more energy and not let that type of things happen. I think that was one of the deciding points in the game.
Jay, let's just talk about the end. I mean, they're giving you a lot of attention and trying to get through that and still make plays. Just kind of talk about what's going on.
They are guarding me pretty tough, but I still I was still able to get around that, but like 7 minutes left, they just started picking me up full court and just denying me on every entry and everything else. So that was times for our guys to make plays.
Did you think that they were going to give you like a variety of different looks when they were guarding you? Like I think they had 3 different guys guarding you in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that going into the game that they were going to give you a variety of looks, or?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Who did you think would guard you for most of the game? Then, do you think CJ?
Yeah, CJ. Yeah. For sure.
Did they do anything different than anyone else? I mean, you've seen pretty much everything in your time. Just the people that they had doing it make it tougher? Or?
I say they was just denying me the whole game. So like it was tough. So.
This was a meeting of the last 2 MAC tournament champions, and going into the season, you know, you guys had a very very good team, you know, to match up with Buffalo. Like I said, last 2 conference champions. How big did you guys look at this game coming into this season?
We looked at it pretty big, because you know obviously they are ranked 14th in the country. So this was a big opportunity for us, and but yeah, we had looked at it as a big game.
Did you feel like you guys had them right where you wanted? I mean, they came off of a devastating loss against North Illinois, a team you guys beat. You guys were on a 3-game winning streak at home, national TV.
All right. Yeah, obviously they had came off a loss, and we obviously had the momentum at home, winning 3 straight, like you said. But we had came out in the first half with a lot of energy, and like Phil said, we came out with not so much, and I should say lack of focus in the second half. Not enough toughness plays.
Rob, as many weapons as they have.
You want to grab these guys, and when they're done, ask me whatever, because these guys have waited.
How tough are they to defend because of how many weapons they've got?
You said what?
How tough are they to defend because they can get it from Perkins and Massey,
Yeah.
Brothers, whoever else?
They're really tough in transition, but during the half court, they are pretty easy to guard.
Phil, talk about you end up with a double-double and, you know, pretty strong effort. Just talk about what you take out of this. This is the first time you've been, obviously you've seen a bunch of them, first time you've actually been in the war with those guys. You feel like you can take something out of it going forward?
Yeah, I think I could take something out of it. You know, I just got to come into the game with a lot of focus that I don't think I came with the focus last game against Toledo, and I think that I hurt my team. And, you know, I just try to make sure I come in early and do what I have to do to be better this game, because I know this is going to be a big game on our schedule.
Phil, guarding Nick Perkins, what was that experience like? I know we kind of talked about it leading up to the game, but was there anything that he did that you didn't expect, or couldn't kind of struggle to counteract?
I mean, I didn't think he was going to be on fire like that from 3, but I mean, everything else was the same. We kind of expected that, but you know, we knew he was one of the big 3 for their team, so we knew he was going to get going. I think we just did a not so good job on containing the other guys like Carruthers. He had some big shots, and other players like that. And I think the little Williams kid came in and had some energy play, so I think we got to limit those guys. And then we would have been fine in this game.
Jalen, what kind of defender is Dante Carruthers? How would you characterize him?
I don't know.
Did he play you well?
Nah, I mean everybody guard me pretty much the same, but his defense is not a factor for real.
Any more questions from players? All right, thanks guys. You guys are good.
All right, fellas.
Just talking about, I mean, Jalen for one, Mitch goes down, Jalen has to play 40 minutes today, so do you think they wore him and your team down a little?
I don't think that was the reason why the last 3 minutes we didn't execute. Start of the second half, I think it was mentioned here. Start of the second half, we really turned the ball over. Live ball turnovers. End of the game, live ball turnovers. They're at their best in transition, and they scored a lot of points, fast break points, 29-6, and a bunch of those are off of live ball turnovers, 9 steals. And you can't win against a team that's as explosive as them with that many live ball turnovers. And start of the second half, end of the game, I don't think that was. They had guys play a lot of minutes too.
They actually talked about 78-74 at the 4-minute timeout, and then Field gets that one that just.
Yeah. You need to make. If that goes in, maybe it's a different game, right? It rolls halfway in and comes out. I think they score on that possession. But they had a number. They had some guys that came in. Jonathan Williams, 5 minutes. He was 2 for 2. Segu, 7 minutes. He was 3 for 3. Some guys that, you're not expecting, and they're good players, but they're not their main guys. Picked up the slack and played well, and got to give them credit for that. Those guys made the plays, hustle plays, like Jonathan Williams on the offensive glass, a couple big ones there. Segu in transition, some big plays that make the difference in the game. Carruthers 2 for 2 from 3. Percentage-wise, you would say he's more than likely not going to go 2 for 2, but he stepped up and made them, so you give him credit. And at the end of the day, they made enough plays, some toughness plays in the last few minutes that was the difference in the game.
I was going to say after that, when it doesn't go down, that's when you had the next 3 possessions.
Turnovers, yeah. And look, that's the game. There's a couple plays here or there when you play. I think at the last media timeout, it was a 1-point game, right? 2-point game. So, again, give them credit. It was a really good game and a hard-fought game. They're very good, and they're good for a reason. And some of the reason is that, when a guy like Graves, who's a really good player, or a guy like Harris, who's a really good player, when those guys struggle, they had other guys step up and make plays. Now, we had done that in our wins. We were short one player, with Mitch not playing. And that's not the reason why this happened, but that plays a factor. You need to have everybody step in and play well.
Coach Rob, the MAC is now ranked as the 8th and most highest rated mid-major conference in Division I by net rankings.
Yeah.
How much of that would you say is an attribute to the great things you've done in your tenure here at Kent State?
Oh, well, the league is really, really good right now, and the best it's ever been. Buffalo, to me, you saw tonight, I think they're a top 20 team, and again, we competed with them. We didn't win the game, but it was a great game, and hopefully, we know we're playing one more time. Hopefully, we get a chance to play them again in Cleveland. But there's a long road between now and that point, and there's a lot of good teams in our conference, and teams go on some ups and downs, and you got to weather the storm, when things aren't going well. Give them credit for doing that. They lost the game on Tuesday, came back and won. That's what a really good team does, and we have to try to do that, coming up.
Rob, is that what you feel best about leaving tonight, is that you guys were there for 37 minutes and a couple of
Honestly, right now, I don't feel best about anything, right? But, as you watch the film, we were right there. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we didn't play well, because in the first half we made some unbelievable plays. I didn't think for our team 8 assists in a game, as well as they are, as well as they defend and they make you play some one-on-one, we need to do better than that. And that's not, our team isn't good when we do that. So I think there's a lot of things we can get better from this game. but that's the challenge, is to get better, and then we play them again at their place in a couple of weeks. I'm not exactly sure when, and then you hope that you get a chance to play them again in Cleveland, and that we have to learn from this game to get better when we play them if we do again.
You kind of mentioned it there, Coach, with them limiting the assist numbers. What were they able to do specifically with Jalen Avery? I mean, you finished with no assists for, I think, the second time this season.
Yeah. You know what? They really do a good job making you play some one-on-one, but for us, we have to get out in transition. To get out in transition, you need to get stops. We didn't get enough of them in the second half, right? And then you got to drive and make some plays with confidence. And we just didn't do all the things you need to do to win tonight. We played hard. They played hard. We were right there with 3 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go, but they made those plays that you need to make, and they deserve credit for having made them.
One more thing. What was the decision going through your mind to play both Phil and AK at the same time?
Well, yeah, they were big. They had Perkins and either Williams or McCray in, and that was the minutes that they played together. And again, we normally play with 4 guards, but one of them didn't play tonight, so it limited the options to some degree. And yeah, that was really a matchup. Like, we're trying to steal some minutes and hopefully be able to rebound and play well with those guys. And we've done that before. They've played together before for some minutes, and they did tonight. You know what? He the last play of practice yesterday, he sprained his ankle. I don't think it's that bad, but it was bad enough that he couldn't play today. And Mitch isn't going to miss a game if he could play. So it was obviously bad enough he couldn't play today. He'll see the trainer tomorrow. He'll see the trainer Sunday, Monday, and hopefully he'll be available Tuesday. We probably won't know until Monday or Tuesday is my guess.
Coach, what is your mentality moving forward? Because Buffalo was down.
Yeah.
The national television game, obviously every loss is devastating, but this was a game, and like I asked earlier, it felt like you guys had them right where you
Yeah.
coming into this game. So what's your mentality going forward?
Yeah, we got to move turn the page and move to the next one, and that's sometimes easier said than done, but that's a challenge. That's what we got to do here. We'll be off from practice tomorrow, come back on Sunday, and try to get ourselves ready for Western Michigan. And whether we win or lose today, we got this is our 7th league game, so we got 11 more. So you got to be ready for the next one, and then after that one, you got to be ready for the next one after that. So we'll regroup. Our kids have been very resilient, and I expect us to do that again here coming up.
Any more questions for Coach?
All right, thank you guys. Sorry to make you wait.